KUAM News brought to you by GTA. We start with you, Subway and Chili's Grill and Bar.
What we're able to do is to go back to our old unsolved homicide cases and see if there's any evidence, forensic evidence, that has any DNA in it. And we can use that to at least do an analysis and determine that, hey, we found all the DNA of the victim, maybe associates that we know of, but we have unknown DNA. And so that'll help us narrow down that, that there is a possibility that somebody out there exists that may match this unknown DNA from a crime scene.
GPD Chief of Police Steven Ignacio referring to how the new DNA forensic lab at the Guam Community College will be a game changer with innovative and current forensic technology. Although he wasn't part of the planning phase for the lab, Ignacio knows the idea came about back in 2009 when there was a forensic science symposium with then Chief Frank Ishizaki.
The idea came up about, should we be building capacity in the region and for Guam in our forensic science division, and so that's what happened. Is that discussion came about. And the discussion was furthered through the actual funding of the DNA lab through the good work of Dr. Okada and her team up at the Guam Community College.
And with the lab expected to be completed in February, this doesn't mean the doors will be open immediately.
There's going to be the training involved with the personnel. Right now, we're procuring the specialized equipment that we need to do DNA analysis. We're also, having to do work through, especially the training and certification of the criminalists to conduct DNA analysis.
Ignacio adds, as the lab was being built, he realized there was no funding source for the needed equipment. So working with the administration and Bureau of Budget Management and Research's Lester Carlson, they were able to identify close to $1 million for the analysis equipment, a generator, desks, and chairs.
Having that generator is very important for that lab, because we're going to have different specimens in there, right? And so we need to protect the integrity of the evidence.
The DNA lab will also be a much-needed addition for the Pacific region, with GPD assisting many of the islands with drug evidence and serology evidence. He says that GPD and the law enforcement community are excited.
Can't wait to see this fully functioning DNA lab. And I think, like I said, this is game-changing. And, it's going to bring a lot of, bring us into the 21st century as far as our capacity and our capabilities, to use the latest in forensic science to help solve crimes.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Joan Aguon Charfauros.